your shoes, jump as high as you possibly can jump, and go jump on this deal. Though that is a deal. And let me tell you why. Hi guys, it's the Black Bonsai Guy, and I'm back again. This is episode 32 of Hunting and Shopping for Discounted Plants. We're well into April. The bees are doing their thing with the pollen and the nectar and the honey. It's beekeeping season. It's swarm season. Um, it's also hot season. It's starting to get hot outside. So your watering schedule should have been adjusted. If you had any trees, anything of that nature that needed to be pruned, you should have done that at this moment. It's a good time to do some repotting as well. Just make sure that you are repotting trees that are in good health. If you had a sick tree and you didn't have anything wrong with the roots, I'll be careful about doing a repot right now. Kind of let the tree shake back a little bit. It may be towards, at least in Tucson, when you get towards the monsoon season, it may be a better time to do it. But if you did have something that was having problems with the roots, it probably would be a good idea to do a repotting right now. As I think about it, right? Maybe you had something that was sitting in media that was just too wet. It'd be a good time to take that out and add some perlite and get some drainage into the pot. All things to be looking for this time of year. Again, I know we're a little later in April, but you still should be practicing safety protocols, watching out for snakes, scorpions, all of that stuff as you touch and be around things that you probably haven't touched since last year. Me personally, I keep a lot of my pots outside, so I'm very careful about where I touch those pots as I pick them up for the first time to use them this year. So without further ado, let's get into episode 32 of Hunting and Shopping for Discounted Plants. I'm out. All right, guys, I'm in OfferUp right now, and someone is selling some bonsai pots. I should let you guys know that these are gone. I had to go grab them. Pretty good deal. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little small pot. Well, I shouldn't say small pots. They're pretty big. But 6 over here. And this one down here in the box is actually about 2 feet wide. I already went and picked these up. They're already in my possession. But I just thought I'd share with you guys this awesome deal on some bonsai pots. A couple of them are stamped from Japan. The one towards the north side of the screen, the oval, that's a Japan stamp pot. Where's the other one? The one that has the little blue hexagon in it, that the one below that is actually a Japanese stamp. And of course, this big boy right here, you can't really tell because of the box, but it's 24 inches wide, and that has a Japanese stamp on it. So this is the deal of the day, the deal of the week for me. Guys, still in OfferUp, and someone is selling some cactuses for sale. Looks like we sell any kind of cactus and desert plants. We have beautiful specimens installed and removed available. The green, I won't pronounce it. I always mess it up when I say it on camera. But they sell all types of cactuses, as you see right here. I talked about it in previous videos. I think it takes 75 years for them to get their first arm. But they have quite a few. Oh, my battery's getting low. Quite a few of cactuses in different prices. I have one of these in my backyard. Puts out a nice bloom every year. See, this is how they bloom every year. And bees love going to them. I believe you can eat those. I'm not 100% sure. But bees love going to those and gathering pollen. I'm not sure if they get any nectar from it. But this guy has a whole bunch of them. So if you're looking for cactuses, don't hesitate to reach. Guys, still in offer up, and someone is selling the aquaponics system that they use to grow fruits and vegetables. 490 bucks. Probably could make this cheaper than that. I'm not an aquaponics expert, but I know a couple people that do use them, and they get a significant, far much better crop than folks that plant in the ground, or in containers for that matter. But he says basically these systems are aesthetically pleasing and highly sustainable. Plants will grow quicker, that's for sure. They will grow larger, that's for sure. Healthier, that's for sure. And require less care. Can't speak to that. The systems can be a variety of shapes, sizes, and serve many functions. Let's see. So it's a 3-layer aquaponics system. The top basin is 31 inches by 24 inches. The middle is 3 inches PVC. And this mechanism drains and fills the grow bed, allowing for aeration of the roots. While the flow input from the pump remains constant, it runs on an 8 and 15-minute cycle depending on water pressure. The middle basin is the fish tank. This tank's water level stays consistent with a raised drain. This tank stays very clean and sucks out excessive sediment while keeping the larger fish food in the tank. There's also a bottom drain in case of sediment buildup of need of maintenance. The bottom basin is the sump tank. The tank is where sediment settle. The water in the sump tank is pumped up to the top basin where it restarts the cycle. Don't know what any of that means. Like I said, I'm not an expert on it. But maybe this is worth $400 or $500. Looks like substantial work has been done. I think the benefit of having aquaponics is the ability to have the fish in there. The setups that I've seen, they do either koi or they do catfish. Some people do tilapia, from my understanding. And if you're farming your own fish in your backyard, you can have fish, at least once a week, which is really good for you, especially when you do it in the aquaponics system. And from my understanding, the fish are actually sweeter when you farm it yourself in these aquaponics systems. But having fish at least once a week, maybe using it for lunch and dinner. You cook dinner one day and then the next day you take it to work for lunch. Maybe some big fish or something like that. I see that this system paying for itself probably in at least half a year. Average cost of dinner, maybe per person, maybe $7 to $10. I don't know, how much seafoods cost where you live. And then you look at lunch the next day, that's at least $8 to $10. So, you're looking at $20 for 2 meals. You eat fish at least once a week. I think that'll pay for itself pretty fast, right? But something to look into. All right, guys, still an offer up, and someone is selling some fake succulents in planters. 3 planters with various faux succulents. The box fell during the move, and the succulents fell out, looking to let them go to new home. Of course, you're really not going to do anything with fake succulents, but you may be interested in the pots. I know a lot of people always look for succulent pots that are small that you can keep in a house. Not sure how big these are, but maybe something you want to look into if you're looking for some planters for your succulents. All right, guys, still an offer up, and someone has a flowering cactus, a prickly pear, Texas prickly pear, that is. It's gonna produce a lot of arms. One day it'll look like that. You can actually eat prickly pear. A lot of people make juices from them. They do have some medicinal benefits, from my understanding. Helps out with digestion. that sort of thing. You do have to dethorn them. And I know people actually cook with them. You know, they'll turn those into tacos, kind of remove the outer layer of the skin, season it up, kind of pan fry them a little bit, slice them into strips, and turn them into tacos. Let's see, they're asking $3. They're cuttings. Can't beat that. They say they had 100% success rate. I guess that's with propagating, and I agree with that. You pretty much put that in the ground, any type of soil, as long as it's not wet and holding moisture, and those bad boys will root. All right, guys, we have someone that has a wood planter. This may be something that's ideal for someone who's just getting started in gardening, and you need a little planter where you want to grow some herbs, maybe to make some type of herb potato dish, or some herbs for some seafoods, or whatever the case may be. That's a nice little planter for you. It's 18 inches wide by 11 inches. I'm assuming that's tall by 14 inches deep. Not bad, $14. I mean, you probably could find some cheaper, but I'm not sure if they meet that size. And of course, I'm not sure if you can find them ones that have so much artistic value, if you will. Yeah, so for the last one, I switched it up a little bit, went back to good old faithful Facebook Marketplace, and someone has some fruit and citrus trees in whiskey barrels. I am not sure what that is right there. Maybe some type of citrus right here. That looks like there's maybe peach trees. Again, some type of citrus. That's a fig tree. Appears to be just some extra shots. This looks like an apple tree or maybe a peach tree. Let's see how much they are selling. Is it each or is it all? Okay, one each. Dwarf nectarine, nectar babe dwarf peach, a honey babe, a peach guava, miwa kumquat, dwarfed improved Maya lemon. Trees are potted and fertilized. Will deliver in Tucson and surrounding area. 125 or best offer. So I'm assuming it's 125 for all. But it may be 125 each. If it's 125 each, I need you to put on your shoes, jump as high as you possibly can jump, and go jump on this deal. Though that is a deal. And let me tell you why it's a deal. Just in the number of plants that she mentioned, let's see. So you got a nectarine, you have a peach tree, you have a guava tree, you have a fig, you have a kumquat, and a improved lemon tree. That is 6 trees. Okay, if they're all in whiskey barrels, you'll pay $40 to $60 for a half of a whiskey barrel. Those trees can stay in these barrels for probably, I would say at least 5, maybe 7 years. You might be able to push it a little longer and go to 10 without pruning. If you prune, you can keep them in those barrels pretty much forever. So these are sign sealed and done. They're already planted. They're already fruiting. You can see right here. This is the guava now. I mean, this is a no-brainer. I thought the bonsai pots were the deal of the week, but this right here, my friend, may be the real deal of the week. And $125 for 6 trees that's in half barrels. I'm thinking about even just going and buy them. I just don't have the room for them. I already have all of these trees. Really, the only thing that I am interested in is that miwa kumquat. I think that's the kumquat that Lead Farmer recommends. I got to go back and check some of his videos. But everything else I already have. Don't know what kind of peach trees I have, but I do have some peach trees. But yeah, I'll go ahead and wrap up the video here. This has been a fun one this week. I got my bonsai pots, real happy about that. And this right here, I'd say the bonsai pots and this right here is the steals of the week. Hopefully you guys gathered something from this. Sorry about uploading the video on a Tuesday when I normally upload on a Monday. But just been busy with work trying to get things knocked out. Special shout out to all my BBs and my BGs. If you're new to the show, that's my bonsai boys and my bonsai girls. Without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and cut the video short. It's the Black Bonsai Guy. I'm out.